Okay, so you want to get up to speed on things, like quickly and really understand them. Great. Today we're doing a deep dive into manifestation and this whole law of attraction idea. How our thoughts might shape what happens to us.
Hmm.
We've got some source text here exploring it all. And well, the mission today is basically to pull out the core concepts, maybe some practical bits so you can grasp how it's supposed to work.
Exactly. It's about digging a bit deeper than just the buzzwords,
Yeah.
understanding the mechanics behind it according to this source.
Right. Okay, let's jump in. The big one, law of attraction. What's the basic idea there?
Well, essentially the source explains it like this.
Hmm.
You tend to attract what you consistently focus on. So your main thoughts, your feelings, what you really believe deep down.
Like a magnet.
Sort of, yeah. Think positive outcomes, maybe wealth, love, success, happiness, focus on those consistently. And the idea is you're more likely to draw them into your life.
Huh. So conversely, if you're always like worrying about what you don't want,
Then you might accidentally attract more of that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what the source suggests. It really emphasizes where you put your focus. Shifting attention to what you desire is kind of step one.
Okay, that makes a certain kind of sense. But how do you actually do something with that? Our source mentions practical techniques for manifestation. What does that look like? Is it just wishing?
No, definitely not just wishing. The text indicates it's an active process. You need to take steps to align yourself with what you want. It doesn't lay out a super detailed how-to guide, but it implies you need conscious effort, certain practices maybe, to actually create the life you're aiming for.
Gotcha. So it's not like ordering takeout. You can't just sit back and wait for success to arrive. There's effort involved.
Precisely. And that effort, that active part, it links directly to our next point, which is mindset shifts. The source really stresses how important your internal state is.
How does that work? What's the link between, what's going on in your head and what you can attract?
Yeah. It's fascinating, really. The idea presented is that your fundamental beliefs, they act almost like a filter. So let's say deep down you feel you don't deserve success.
Uh-huh.
Well, that belief, even if it's subconscious, could actually undermine your efforts, even if you're consciously trying to manifest, say, a promotion.
Right, okay.
So the source suggests that finding those limiting beliefs and actually working to change them is pretty crucial for manifestation to work effectively.
So if I'm always thinking, oh, I'll never get that promotion, that negative self-talk could actually be blocking me.
That's the core principle being discussed, yeah. Changing those ingrained patterns, cultivating beliefs that actually support your goals,
Mm.
that's presented as essential for lining things up for positive outcomes.
All right, let's quickly recap what we pulled from this source text then. First, the law of attraction.
Mm.
Focus determines what you attract.
Mm-hmm.
Second, there are practical techniques. It takes conscious effort. It's not passive.
Right? Active.
And third, none of it really clicks without the mindset shifts, changing those deep-seated beliefs.
Exactly. The source presents them as sort of three legs of the same stool, all interconnected for the process.
Okay, so for you listening,
Yeah.
what's the main thing to maybe chew on after hearing this?
Well, I think it prompts a really interesting question, doesn't it? How do these ideas stack up against your own goals? Think about what you're aiming for, wealth, love, whatever it is, and then maybe take an honest look. Are your current thoughts, your core beliefs, actually helping you get there? Or could they be, maybe, holding you back without you even realizing it?
That's a powerful thought to end on.
Yeah.
Makes you consider your own mental landscape and whether you're, actively tending the garden, so to